Max was a young boy when his mother remarried. His stepfather, David, not only disliked him, but also physically abused and mentally tormented him. Max never received any support from David for his studies or dreams. However, Max held onto a dream in his heart to grow up and become a police officer so he could help the weak. The daily hardships made him stronger, and finally, his hard work paid off when he became a police officer. His mother, who was always worried about his safety, now felt proud of her son. One day, Max's superior officer assigned him a major investigation involving the city's biggest drug mafia. Max's mission was to capture them and make the city drug-free. As Max continued his investigation, he gathered some information about the drug dealers. One day, while at home, he found a note in his stepdad David's room. When Max read the note, he was stunned. It contained details about the location of an upcoming drug deal. Max decided to investigate David further and discovered that the mastermind behind all these drug deals was none other than his stepfather, David. Shocked, Max shared everything with his mother. She responded, "Son, you must fulfill your duty. Don't let the fact that he's your stepfather stop you." Max decided to follow his mother's advice and fulfill his duty. He kept a close watch on David's every move and gathered more evidence against him. One night, when Max decided to take strict action against David, he received a call from an unknown number. A mysterious voice on the other end threatened Max, demanding that he hand over all the evidence against David and refrain from taking any action against him. Max, hearing the threat, responded confidently, "Whoever you are, don't tell me how to do my job. I know what I need to do." Angered by Max's defiance, the voice warned, "If you take any action against David, I will kill your mother." Hearing this, Max felt a surge of fear and quickly ended the call. After hearing the threat, Max went into deep thought. After some contemplation, he decided that he should fulfill his duty and arrest David to make the city drug-free. The next day, Max handed over all the evidence he had gathered against David to his senior officer. His senior officer asked him, "What will you do next?" Max explained his plan, saying, "I will lead a large team and raid their hideout on the day all the drug dealers gather to make a big deal." A few days later, the much-anticipated day arrived when all the drug dealers were set to make their deal. Max and his team surrounded the location to ensure no drug dealer could escape. Later that night, David, along with all the drug dealers, gathered in a large, old warehouse to finalize their drug deal. Just as the deal began, Max's voice boomed from outside. "The police have surrounded this place. Don't even think about escaping." Inside, the drug dealers panicked and began scrambling in different directions. David tried to calm everyone down, urging them to stay quiet. Meanwhile, Max's team stormed into the warehouse, systematically arresting each of the drug dealers. Amid the chaos, Max's eyes locked onto his stepfather, David. He approached him and asked firmly, "Who is your boss?" When Max asked David about his boss, David became nervous and hesitant. After some hesitation, he admitted that he didn't know his boss's name. Frustrated by David's lack of response, Max grew angry and warned him that things wouldn't end well if he didn't cooperate. Despite the warning, David remained silent. Just then, Max's senior officer arrived and asked if all the drug dealers had been captured. Max responded affirmatively, saying they had arrested everyone. Max then handcuffed David and took him to the police station, where he was placed in a cell. A while later, Max's mother arrived at the station. She hugged her son tightly, tears welling up in her eyes, relieved to see him safe. Afterward, Max and his mother returned home, happy to be together. A few days later, Max received a call from an unknown number, which made him anxious. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for the next part.